Okay, so another principle that's going to be needed for this topic of rolling circles in loci is how to divide a line up into a certain amount of parts. So where this comes up in this topic is like a question like this, where you're not only given a circle to divide up into usually 12 parts, you'd also have to divide this line here up into 12 parts. It's just a sample question I picked, so I'm going to just run through how to divide this line up into a number of equal parts. So in this case we want to divide it into 12 equal parts because the circle is also going to be 12 equal parts, just to keep things all the same. So just going back to our junior cycle syllabus, and I shouldn't have that there, and I'm just going to divide this line just to show you how to divide this line up into a number of equal parts. So we're going to say we want to divide this into five parts, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly like that. First thing I'm going to do is going to draw a line from the very start of your line at any angle really, up above, or you can go below. I'm just going to go above, and I'm then going to get my compass, or in this case my circle on AutoCAD, and I'm going to swing an arc from the start of my line and the start of the angle I've drawn, and I'm going to say I'm going to go out 5 mil, and I'm going to do that 5 times because I want to divide it into 5 equal parts. So I'll go, that's one part there. I'll put a point there now just to show that. So that's one part of my line. So I'm going to continue on doing that with my compass, so bear with me. So second part, third part, fourth part, and fifth. Okay, then I'm going to mark all those points off. So you'll be doing this with a pen and paper, pencil and paper I should say. So now we have 5 equal parts on this line here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll delete those circles just so we can see that, it'll be easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're not going to worry about the end of this line here. The next thing we want to do now is we're going to join our end point all the way over to the end of our original line AB. And from there we're going to draw lines parallel to this line at each of these points and bring it down parallel on every single one of these, and that will eventually divide up our line into 5 equal parts. So if I do that there now, so I'm going to bring this line down parallel. Imagine you're using your sliding set square to bring that down to where it hits that point, bring it right down to where it hits your line AB. Do it to each of them, and I'm just going to trim them off just so we can see that a little easier. And there you have it. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how to divide up a line into a number of equal parts, just on a basic scale, because that's how we would have done it for a junior cycle syllabus. But going back to the question we have, where we have to do it into 12 equal parts. So I have it just drawn out here. So it's the same thing. This is where we'd be using it in this topic, so it's a key principle. And we're going to do the exact same thing again. So get our compass again. This time I'm going to mark out maybe 2. And I'll copy those again, just go through quickly. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to mark those points. So now that I've divided this line out into 12 equal parts, I can move on to dividing the actual line that I want, which is this line here, into 12 equal parts. And again, I'm doing that into 12 equal parts because when we're dividing up this circle here for the question, that will also be in 12 equal parts. So we'd go 30 degrees and 60 degrees in each quadrant, and that gives us 12 equal parts. So as I did before, the very last point, join back to the top of my line, and then I'm going to draw a parallel line to each point. So I'm going to copy that line. I'll be using my set squares in real when I was really drafting in a classroom, and parallel to all these. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you'd mark out, obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, you mark out each section so they can easily find it when you're doing the question. But that's where you would use the key principle of how to divide a line up into an equal number of parts. That's where you would use it in a row and circles loci question.